we aren't the same people, and that's good, you know? Where do you begin to talk about plant medicine? Very deliberate movement through dimensions, through astral territories, what have you, was something that we wanted to experience, so we did. How to begin? Okay. And yet, sometimes in the context of storytelling and living in a mythos, we speak to our experiences. Plant medicine. We have been walking a green path for decades now, and the work that we've had the opportunity to do in the green has, you know, it's, we wouldn't be the same people from the past, speaking from the future now. It's like whichever door you begin to speak to is the direction that you move through. So when we go into a circle, when we go into one of these sort of great lodges of the sorcerers, my husband and I had the first opportunity to work with Peter in this context. Peter is already a very profound ally of ours. We consider him that indeed. So the movement into this particular healing space with Peter has so many distinctions. It has so many nuances. And yet the experience that him, as well as the collective, meaning the individuals who sit in that holy space with you, is of such a consideration, and is, to my mind, of such a profundity that it really isn't something you can speak of. I think it's always interesting when individuals work in the dimensional movements with the wisdom of Aya, with the wisdom of medicines and the plant teachers, and then to ask ourselves, okay, well, what is, you know, what's the relevance, right? What's the relevance of sharing what happened to me, or what I have experienced, because every single one of our experiences is going to be completely unique, completely distinct. It's your own experience, right? Because every single one of us is going to have our own particular moment of singularity. Darkness and the homecoming of darkness, both within and without, is literally the light. Disorderly circles make for confusing paths. Paths are confusing enough, and so the movement in and out of dimensional encounters is benefited enormously, and I feel is ultimately part of what is required, right, from your leader, from your facilitator in that sort of divine circle. Journey working is a fully embodied experience. Although you're traveling, you are still in your body, and so this manifestation, this hosting of the manifestation is so critical, right, to the process. And knowing that we go into any of our travels with a mindfulness of the accoutrements that we bring, the alliances that we validate or reconfirm, as well as the physical presence, right, that's necessary to do the good work that we are there to do. You know, it's trying, it's a process. To have a facilitator, to have a leader, to have a maha, right, operating at such a level means that you can go deeper and deeper and deeper into your own work. And that is what my experience was. So my experience was that as a consequence of Peter's presence and his leadership and the portals that he opened and the beings and the forces that were brought forward in his alliance and in his presence, allowed for very critical renegotiations, very critical reevaluations to occur. And the nature of those reconsiderations are past, present, future, past, future, past, present, all time, no time, through time. And so the movement into that range was only properly brought forth by a maha. Thank you, Peter. We're grateful for you, truly. Thank you. Well, the nature of the experience is the darkness that you might access within because of the darkness that envelops you without. And Peter is the maestro dragon of that movement through the dark. Style, dignity, mischief, grace, commitment. You know, this is these are the lights. These are the light forms that come forth in the darkness.